this past week, Sundance announces via tweet, hey, with all the Omicron, whatever, blah, 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 we're going to move the festival to entirely online. Now, no mention of refunds or anything like that. No mention of that whatsoever. Alex paid $750 for a hybrid experience because there were going to be some online things, but there were also going to be like events and movie screenings in person and all kinds of things. So it's a literal hybrid experience. So he starts tweeting at Sundance going like, so is this going to be like a refund? Can I just go back to like just doing my $20? And Sundance is ignoring it, right? Mm-hmm. Their basic game plan was, it's understandable in their position, we're just going to act like we don't even notice the blowback. Because once you acknowledge, and here's it's almost a smart play on their part. It's not going to work, hopefully, but it's a smart play. Once you acknowledge that you are aware that what you are doing is really affecting people badly, at that point, it's kind of like an admission of guilt almost to be like, I know this isn't awesome for you guys, but this is what we got. No, they're just acting like it's not happening.
Yeah.
Because if they can just act like, wait, what's the problem? What are people complaining about?
They don't have to deal with it.
They paid for a hybrid ticket and then we made it online and like whatever. So they ignore it for a while. All of a sudden, I think he was like people reaching out to like internet media and sort of TV media and stuff. TMZ puts out an article about it. Finally, the first time after a week that anybody's even heard anything about this, that the people are actually talking about, Sundance then sends out the email that Eric brings up saying that it basically the same thing he said, which is like, we're not doing a refund, but you can gift it to a friend or you can write it off as a taxable donation to a nonprofit. And then it closes out the email saying, we are not discussing anything about refunds on non-refundable products. And their stance is basically that, well, when you purchase this ticket, it was non-refundable.
Like the ticket is to nothing now, and then also by changing the ticket, you've nullified the agreement in the original purchase. Like you already kind of broke the contract by changing everyone's ticket to an online ticket.
It's a classic bait and switch, dude. You can't fucking say, hey, you give me $100 and I'll give you this, and then you give me but it's non-refundable, and then you give me $100 and then I give you that instead, and then you go, hey dude, that's not this isn't that, and then I go, dude, it's non-refundable.
Yeah, write it off in your taxes.
You can write it off, or if you don't like it, you can just give it to your friend. What?
Towson Business 101.
And he was telling, and it hit harder because he was telling me a story from last year, because he's been there like a ton of times, and he purchased a mug from them, like a whatever they call it, a fucking ceremonial. What do they call? Whatever, it doesn't matter. A mug. He purchased a mug from them for $30. He never got the mug. He follows up with them, hey, I never got the mug, and they're like, oh yeah, we ran out, and then he was saying, okay, yeah. He said, okay, can I get refunded? They go, I'm sorry, we're not doing refunds. We're a nonprofit business struggling through a pandemic. They pulled the pandemic card. So now, basically, because they're a nonprofit in the midst of the same pandemic, mind you, that we're all struggling through. Right. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Sundance is not the only business or entity or human being that has been affected by COVID. But according to Sundance, they are. And so if you purchase something from Sundance, they keep the money, and then it's like a crapshoot if they give it to you. Whether that's a mug. Oh, dude, the word was on the tip of my tongue. Commemorative. Whether you purchase a commemorative mug or you purchase a $750 fucking hybrid festival experience to then find out that you just spent $750 to sit on the laptop in your living room and watch movies, and you're not getting refunded from Southwest. they're just going to give you points.
Right.
So now you basically just have a store credit to a flight that might not even be the best deal next time you want to fly somewhere. But now you got to do that airline because you have a store credit. And maybe you'll get a refund from your Airbnb depending on their policy. And so I'm sitting there thinking, not only as a non-profit, whatever the fuck that means. I don't even know what that means. You guys aren't making profit? Nobody's making any money off of Sundance. That's not what nonprofit means,
Right.
but that's how they make it sound like it means. They throw around the word nonprofit as if it means that nobody's making money.
Right. Yeah.
You're making, dude.
It makes it sound like a volunteer
Yeah,
kind of
like,
work,
oh, we just tried to make it happen. It didn't happen, dude. Like, come on, man, I'm doing this for free. I don't get the good heart of my own
we know
spirit.
Joe and he gets a salary.
I mean, look, dude, I'm just saying that this seems like a situation to me where there's a legitimate class action lawsuit on our hands here. On our hands. Somebody, some lawyer, somewhere, because this is the most cut and fucking dry bullshit. You cannot charge people $750 for something and then take that thing away and then say they can't get their money back. Or they don't even have the option of downgrading to a more reasonable price, which also does not, like we said, compensate them for any of the other lost money from flight tickets and hotel stays, which are in no way an added cost when you're having the online experience. I don't know if anybody was planning on flying out to Utah to watch shit on their laptop the whole time.
How are they getting away with that to begin with?
They're getting away with it because
No one's doing anything about it.
They're
Well-
just hoping no one with like a big enough following talks about it at this
Right,
point.
yeah.
I think they're just like, all right, if we don't say anything, it'll probably go away.
Yeah. It's people that have been loyal fans for years. These are people that have supported you every year, that make a plan every year. I want to go to this festival. I want to support this thing that you guys do. And that's how you fucking treat them? With honestly not even acknowledging that what you're doing is in any way wrong. I mean, forget about the fucking fact that you're talking about a festival which is going to be masks on the whole time. It's going to be all people who've been triple fucking vaccinated. And then you still, after requiring everyone to get boosted, a week later say, just kidding, now we're not going to do it at all. We don't think that a bunch of...
If they were already in talks of not having it, they shouldn't have put the tickets out for sale. Like, they
Why do
didn't,
you...
in a week, just be like, hey, let's cancel this thing.
Does it sound familiar to you? Anybody familiar with college for the past 2 years?
Right, yeah.
Anybody familiar with fucking Towson University and every other state school and everywhere going, oh yeah, sign up for your classes, pay your tuition, and then a week in shutting down and going all to online?
I can't believe that's even a thing that's happening. I had no clue about that.
It's bullshit, dude.
They don't want you to know.
Right? Yeah.
It's bullshit. First and foremost, they
You
should
heard
be
it
having
first here.
They should be having the fucking festival. Anybody who doesn't want to go, you don't have to go. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and driving you to the fucking airport. Get on this fucking plane and go watch 6 indie movies and go meet Joseph Gordon-Levitt, or I'm gonna fucking put a cap in your ass. Nobody's doing that. Everybody that was gonna go there wanted to go there. Triple vaccinated, masked up. Now they can't even do that, and now they can't even get their money back.
Where's
That's-
Jordan?
Yeah, dude. That was a big story.
It should be, but it's not.
Yeah, fuck Sundance.
Fuck Sundance.
I think they should be. I think they shouldn't be allowed to be a festival anymore. And by that I mean I just think people should fucking sack up and say we're not going back next year. You want to know what nonprofit really means? You're gonna make no fucking profit, bitch. Then we'll talk about it.